Good morning, friends. So, bright morning, fresh morning. Welcome to Adda 24/7. Okay, we are in the Champion Series. Champion Series is a series for preparation of CAIIB for June 22 exam. So, we are covering all the topics for this ABM and BFM. Okay, so watch the lectures till the end. Number one, number two, watch all the lectures because that is very important. If you miss even a single, the question might come from that also. Okay, and every lecture I am giving you how many marks are there for each of the topic. Okay, so let's start without wasting the time. Before that, I'll tell you, download this Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. Join our officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. You'll get all the updates on this channel. Okay, and on this app also you'll get the study material plus live video lectures plus everything. You go, you spell it and it's there. Okay, so go for it. The most attempted test series we have come up with that. So all the India is purchasing this test series. Here we are in the end of the part now. June is appearing immediately. Okay, so go for this test series. You'll understand where you stand and where you can cope up again. Okay, so use this code Y432S for getting the discounts over there. Okay, this discount is ending tonight. Okay, do it fast. So what is the schedule of this today's session? Okay, what is the schedule? We are in economic reforms. We'll be doing economic reforms part. So what is the schedule? Here, firstly, we'll be discussing the difference between globalization, liberalization and privatization. These are very important and one of these three will appear in the exam. One of these three or at least two of them. And we don't understand the difference between them. So there we fail. And secondly, we'll be going for the objective questions on economic reforms. Here, 13 questions are there, and mind well, out of these, almost 50% are repeated in the exam, in all the various exams. Okay, so they have been collected from all the previous exams. So watch the session till the end, number one, and also watch other sessions as well. Okay, so what is liberalization? Liberalization was brought about with an idea that any regulations or restrictions that were imposed on the free trade must loosen up its grip to allow trade. Means we liberalize. Suppose if I am liberalizing anything, means what? I am losing the control, loosening the control, right? That's what is liberalization is. Means all the regulations, the non-required regulations were removed. Okay. It allowed opening up of the economic borders for foreign investments and MNCs, right? Means what? The economy was opened in 1991. Remember everyone? So the economy was opened at that time, and because of that, the huge funds flowed into India. Earlier, we were a closed economy. Closed means what? It's like that closed home. Nobody is allowed to invest. Nobody is allowed to do any FDI, FII, nothing. Okay, everything is just one thing. You do it yourself. So then in 1991 we opened up. Several economic reforms that were imposed under liberalization include expansion of production capacity, deserving of producing areas, abolishing industrial licensing by the government, and freedom to import goods. Now what do you mean by all these things? Here, loosening the control. In abolishing industrial licensing by the government means what? Any production if you want, you needed the permission of the government. Now you can do it yourself, right? So that is known as liberalization. Means what? Opening up of the economy, freeing up of the regulations. Okay. Second is privatization. What is privatization? Privatization refers to giving more opportunities to private sector in regulating different services and reducing the role of the public sector. Now why private sector should be given more opportunities? So this will bring in what? Competition, investments, right? Everyone will invest if they are allowed to play, isn't it? With privatization, FDI, foreign direct investment, was introduced in India, giving healthy competition to Indian goods and services. So FDI was opened up. FII, see here there are basically two types of investment, FDI and FII, two main types of investment. FDI means what? Directly investing into the assets in the country. Means Hyundai India or Ford India. These are all the FDI companies. They have invested into car manufacturing over here. And FII means what? FPI means what? It directly invests into the stock market or bond market, makes the money and goes off. That is FPI. Both are needed for the country. No, never say that only we need FDI. No, we need both the things. Okay, because both should run. Even the stock market should run, and also the in this manufacturing sector should run, right? The next is what? Globalization. In the context of economic reforms, globalization means integration of Indian economy to the world economy. So remember, these three go hand in hand. Globalization, privatization and liberalization. Means if you open up the economy, means you ask, you are trying to merge Indian economy with the global economy. And you are not liberalizing, you are not losing the control. So will it merge? Not done. If you are trying to globalize the economy, means merging with the world economy, and you are not allowing the private players to come, will it do work? It won't work. So all of these three go hand in hand. Okay, it means that the economy of India will now also depend on the world economy and vice versa. We call it a global village now, right? Anything happens in South Africa, Indian stock markets are affected, right? Why? Because of globalization, isn't it? It encourages FDI and foreign trade in different with different countries, right? So globalization, understood the basic meaning of globalization, liberalization and privatization. Liberalization means losing the control. Privatization means allowing private players, and globalization means world economy, mapping up with the world economy. Okay, everyone clear with these 3 points? Type yes. Type yes if you have understood, because you will get one or two definitions in the exam in some form or the other. So type yes if you have understood. Okay. So now we'll go next to the objective questions. Before that, see here on June 6th we are starting up with the selection batch. It's a crash course. 35 plus hours of ABM, BFM, mock test and ebooks, last minute preparation, recorded videos, 24/7 available. Means if you miss some class, you have you can go through the class again, same class, recorded videos. Okay, solve unlimited doubts. The target is June July 22 exam. So join ASAP. What are you waiting for? I'll tell you how to earn the discounts, okay, at the end. So move on. Objective questions on economic reforms. Okay, I'll ask you question. You must answer yourself, and then I'll give you answer and explanation. Both the things I'll give you. Okay. So real sector policy means focus on dash in the early stages of reform. So any company, country will focus on which type of economy. What are the three types of economies in this world? Okay, what are the three? Agricultural, manufacturing and service. Even in India we see all the three sectors over here. So what should a country focus on? Why in the first stage of reform, early stage? See here, any country without reforms, it's an agricultural country. Any country, okay? Because agriculture is the basic need of any human being, human existence, right? So if you have to grow from agri to one step ahead, then what have you to do? You go into the manufacturing sector. So what is the answer? Check these: mining and quarrying, electricity, manufacturing, and none of the above. Type A, 1, 2 or 3. Definitely not 4. So 1, 2 or 3. Type which is the correct answer. I want everyone to type. Okay, type fast. Yes, type fast. So the answer is correct. 3, manufacturing sector. Okay. Next, no explanation needed in this, already given. Basically, see here, somebody is asking for explanations. Here, say it's already, I told you, basic economy is agricultural economy. From there we move on to manufacturing, and after that, when we grow too fast, then we go to service industry. Okay. Expand ITES. ITES means what? Information technology and electronic services, information technology and enabled services, information tech and efficient services, and none of the above. 1 or 2 only. Forget 3 and 4. Okay. Efficient is not the technical part. Okay. So type 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2. Fast. ITES. 1 or 2, right? Correct. Everyone is typing this. So answer is correct. 2. Information technology and enabled services, or they call it information technology enabled services. You can call anything. Can you give me an example of ITES? In which sector are you working? You are working in banking. What is banking? Banking is ITES, information technology enabled services. We are go through and through on app banking now, through and through on internet banking now. So what is that? That is IT and enabled services, right? So every service in India is now ITES. Okay. The one which is not ITES will perish. It won't stay here. Okay. Expand WMA. Wealth and means advances, wealth and monetary advances, wage and monetary advances, wage and means advances. Bit difficult one for you. Bit difficult one. 1, 2, 3 or 4. I'll give you a hint. Okay. Hint is 3 or 4. 3 or 4 only. Forget this 1 and 2. 3 and 4. So now what do you think? Wage and monetary, wage and means. What do you think? Wage and monetary, wage and means. Tick tick 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3, tick tick 4, tick tick 5. Wage and means advances. Now what is this wage and means advances here? WMA is a temporary advance given by RBI to the government to tide over any mismatch in the receipts or payments. Means whenever the government faces any deficit problem, some urgent problem, means receipts are less and payments are more. So in that case, what does RBI do? RBI gives them a special permission to match this gap. Okay, to means this mismatch which has appeared, to fill that mismatch. So that is known as WMA. Okay. What is the frequency of availability of WPI index? It's a easy one. Weekly, bi-weekly, monthly and daily. Anyone who reads newspapers or economic times or any related to markets or anything, he'll definitely get it. A, B, C or D. D is out. So A, B or C. A, B or C. Even A is out, I would say B or C. B or C now. So WPI is available always. Yes. Now everyone is typing. Type fast, type fast, type fast, type fast. Answer is C, right? Monthly. WPI is always published monthly. Okay. Which among the following is not an important payment and settlement systems in India? JAIIB question. JAIIB question. Chaps. Right? Clearinghouse automated payment system, RTGS, NEFT and NECS. A national electronic clearing system. Both are same. Okay. Forget this D. A, B and C. Which one? Not the part. Not. Okay. RTGS we have. Electronic ECS we have. Do we have chaps? We don't have chaps. Chaps is where? Anyone? Where is chaps? Type everyone. Where is chaps? We had read about chips and chaps in JIB, right? Chips and chaps. So where is chaps? Okay. Chips is in USA and chaps is in Europe. Okay. So chaps. Got this answer? In which year liberalized exchange rate management scheme was launched in India? What is this liberalized exchange rate management scheme? Firstly, I'll tell you that. But has anyone read this about this LERS? Yes, I'll give you the answer because it's tough for you. So it was 1992. In 1991 we opened up the economy and 1992 we launched the scheme. Now what is this? It's a type of subsidy. What is that subsidy? Liberalized exchange rate management system was new exchange rate management system. RBI purchased 40% of the proceeds of the exports and inward remittances at official exchange rate for official use under this scheme. Means what? RBI purchased whatever. Suppose if you are an exporter, you make the exports and 40% of that was purchased by the government at liberalized rate. So this was like a subsidy given to the exporters, because if there is a huge fluctuation in dollar or rupee, because it was new at that time, 1992 we had just opened up the economy, so dollar was moving like here and there. Okay, huge fluctuations. So to manage those fluctuations and to curtail the losses of the exporters, what did RBI do? RBI launched this scheme. 40% of your all export proceeds would be purchased by RBI at a fixed rate given. So isn't it good? It's like a subsidy, MSP, right? Minimum support price. National Small Savings Fund is a part of which among the following? So National Small Savings Fund, what is that basically? So National Small Savings means the small savings of the postal department. So where it is a part of which? Consolidated Fund, Public Accounts, Contingency and Prime Minister PMRF. Type 1, A, B, C or D fast. D is out. Contingency fund, that is also out. Okay, I'll give you the hint. A or B only. A or B. Tick tick 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3, tick tick 4. Morning, fresh morning. Move fast. Your brains are working fast now. Move fast, okay? We have to go to bank, okay? So B is, answer is B, Public Accounts of India. What is Public Accounts of India? See here, Article 266 of the Constitution defines public account as being those funds that are received on the behalf of the Government of India. Means that are received on the behalf of Government of India. Means whoever invests in those funds, the receiver will be the Government of India. Okay. So what is postal scheme? Who is the receiver? Post Department. Where does the Post Department lie? With Government of India. So same logic is over here. Here the funds are, the receiver has always the stamp of Government of India. There are 5 major heads of the accounts under public account. Means 5, what are the 5 heads? See this. Small savings, PF and other accounts, reserve funds, deposits and advances, suspense and miscellaneous, and remittances. Okay. So see this, small savings, PF, other account. These come under the small savings or this public accounts department. Okay. So got this point? Move ahead. Type yes if you are clear up till now and you have understood up till now. Type yes. Type fast. Yes, 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 yes. Everyone. I need the answer from everyone. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then let's move on then. Consider the following. External commercial borrowings, ECB, T-bills, treasury bills, and special drawing rights. Which of the above can serve a tool to combat current account deficit? Now what is current account deficit? Current account deficit is when the government has less of receipts and more of expenses. Right? Okay, what are the 2 types of accounts? One is current account, that BOT, balance of trade, is handled under current account. Okay. So if there is there are less of receipts, means less of exports and more of imports, then there is a current account deficit. Now how do we tackle this current account deficit? After all, it's a gap. So what is the answer? ECB, T-bills, or drawing rights, special drawing rights? Which one? So answer is, see this, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. Which one? 1 only. So type the answer fast. A, B, C or D. A, B, C or D. I'll give you the hint. 1 and 2, 1 and 3. Okay. Answer is either B or C. Either B or C. Now it's very clear. So the answer is C. 1 and 3 only. Why? Means what? To combat the current account deficit. See here. External commercial borrowing means what? This is 1. ECB means what? Borrowing from somebody. That borrowing from somebody will be what? It can be borrowing from the country, borrowing from IMF, borrowing from World Bank, anyone. Okay. And why not T-bills? T-bills is not a mode for combating current account deficit. It's just a mode for maintaining that CRR, SLR and its monetary policies. Okay. So these are short-term funds received by the government for under the bills 92, 184. Remember all that? 3 types of T-bills. Okay. So what are special drawing rights? This is something different. Special drawing rights are supplementary foreign exchange reserve assets defined and maintained by IMF, International Monetary Fund. SDR are units of accounts for IMF, not a currency per se. So this is not a currency. These are units for accounts. And what are these? Special reserve, supplementary foreign exchange reserves assets. Okay, maintained by IMF. This is important. Okay. So remaining thing is okay. Only you need to understand what it is. Special foreign exchange reserve assets defined and maintained by the IMF. Okay. Next, with reference to financial market, the interval funds are those which. Now what is the interval fund? Okay, I want the answer from you now. It's a new term. Search on Google. Search on Google fast. Provide the capital appreciation over the medium or long term. Invest half of the money in the stock market and half in commodity. Combines the feature of open-ended and closed-ended schemes and provides both growth and regular income. Okay, I know many of you will be typing what? Half in this stock market and half in some commodity market. Okay, or provide both growth and this, but that is not interval fund, that is balanced fund. Remember, I know all of you bankers are dealing in mutual funds to some extent, and we say we know only three types of funds: equity, balanced, and this debt fund, right? So remember, there are many types of mutual funds, but that's a different topic altogether. So this interval fund is something different. Okay, I'll give you the hint. Not B and D. It's either A or C. A or C. Now type. Okay. Yes, the answer is C. Okay. What is an interval fund? Interval fund is a type of investment company that periodically offers to repurchase its shares from the shareholders. That is basically the meaning. So, repurchase its shares. Repurchase means what? Open-ended. Okay. So, repurchasing anything anytime when you want is a feature of open-ended thing. Okay. That is the fund periodically offers to buy back a stated portion of its shares from the shareholders. Shareholders are not required to accept these offers and sell their shares back to the company. Are not required means if I want I can sell, if I don't want I won't sell, right? So got this point. What are interval funds? Type of investment company that periodically offers to repurchase its shares. Okay. A change in taxation and government spending will result in the change in which of the following. So if the government spending is more or less anything, so what will be affected the most? Aggregate demand, resource allocation, distribution of income. Sort the correct option. 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. Aggregate demand, will it increase if the government starts spending more? Resource allocation means more resources will be allocated to the fruitfulness of the economy. And third is distribution of income. There would be even distribution of income. Means money would go in all the hands. So which are the features of government spending more? So the answer is correct. Now everyone is typing the correct answer because I have explained all these three. So answer is correct, D, right? 1, 2 and 3. When the government starts spending more, aggregate demand in the economy increases because people get more money. Resources are allocated more. There are no idle resources and distribution of income is even. Okay. If interest payments are subtracted from gross fiscal deficit, the remainder will be. Interest payments are subtracted from gross fiscal deficit. Now what is gross fiscal deficit first? I'll explain that. First you answer this. What do you say? Search on Google. You have your mobile. Search on Google. So revenue deficit, gross primary deficit, capital deficit, budgetary deficit. I'll wait. Okay. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Not a revenue deficit and not a capital deficit. Now the answer is B or D. Gross primary deficit or budgetary deficit. Either of these two. So which one? Fast, fast, fast. We have to go. You have to go, I have to go. Everyone has to go fast. Okay, because we have work remaining for the whole day. So the answer is correct. Everyone is typing the same answer roughly. That is B. Gross primary deficit. Firstly, what is gross fiscal deficit? See here, gross fiscal deficit equals to total expenditure minus revenue receipts plus non-debt creating capital receipts. Now what do you mean by non-debt creating here? Check my budget session. Okay, in that I have taken what are capital receipts. Capital receipts are of two types. One is debt creating, second is non-debt. Debt means what? Loan from IMF, loan from some other country. That is all debt. Non-debt means what? Selling of assets, means selling of the shares of my public sector company. Government may spend, may sell off some public sector companies. So that is meant by non-debt creating capital assets. So that is gross fiscal deficit. But what is gross primary deficit then? It is gross fiscal deficit minus interest. Okay, minus interest payments which we pay. Okay. Which of the following is included in the market price? Included, already included. Indirect taxes, direct taxes, subsidies and none of the above. D is out. Subsidy is also out because subsidy can't be included in market price. So indirect and direct. Type A or B. Fast, 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 fast. Tick tick 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3, tick tick 4 and tick tick 5. Tick tick 6, tick tick 7, tick tick 8. Tick tick 9, tick tick 10. I'll just go on counting up till all of you answer. At least 15 guys should answer. Okay. Fast, 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 fast. Yes, yes, yes. Now everybody is answering. So the answer is correct. Included in market price means indirect taxes. What is GST? GST is the indirect tax. What is the direct tax? The income tax which we pay. That is known as indirect tax. Okay. Which among the following is a feature of socialist form of economy? Okay, what are the three types of economies? Capitalist, socialist and mixed. Right? We had taken that during our module A session earlier. Right? So socialist, capitalist and mixed. What is India? India is a mixed economy. Which is the capitalist economy? USA. Which is a socialist economy? China. Isn't it? So in capitalist economy, government interference is the least. Socialist, most. Okay. It is based on demand and supply of the market. So socialist economy means based on demand and supply. Which among the features is a which among the following is a feature? Okay, so is it based on demand and supply? Socialist means government intervention more. So demand and supply. Competition exists in the market. Private property is encouraged and none of the above. Now tell me the answer. I won't give any hint to this because this is a simple answer. So the answer is D, none of the above. Why? Because these are all the features of the capitalist economy. Private players come in, demand and supply is generated, competition is generated and private property is encouraged. Private companies are encouraged, right? So that was it. So again I'll tell you, join our crash course. And as I told you, all these 35 plus hours of ABM, BFM, and now I'll tell you how to get a discount. See here, that is very important. Discount means how do you apply for the discounts? Here, I'll give you one hint over here. Suppose let's show you this screen. I had kept it for you on the gross deficit formula. Okay, so go to Adda 24/7. Adda 24/7 on the front page itself you'll see all this banking and insurance, JAIIB, CAIIB, SSC, right? So click on JAIIB, CAIIB. After that JAIIB, CAIIB, Mahapack, JAIIB, CAIIB, click on CAIIB. Once you click on CAIIB, you'll see all the batches. Go for the selection batch, okay? Because that is a crash course, fast batch, okay? Click on this. See, all the features which I told you, same would be reflected over here, okay? 35 plus hours, mock and ebooks, everything, okay? So what are the fees now? So what are the fees for this? The fees are 13,299, but that is, you'll say that is huge. So view offers. What is the code? Did I tell you? What is the code? Y432. Use this code Y432 only. Why? This is the key for all the discounts. So click on apply. Once you click on apply, see this 13,299 reduces to 3058. Means just 3,000 rupees. Okay? And plus 58. Such less amount, and this amount you will recover in 3 months. 1300 is your average increment. 2 increments, right? So 1300, if you combine both, if you are at a clerical level, you will get 1300 roughly. 13 3s are 39. So it's an investment for the lifetime. Even if you are at officer level, your single increment goes to roughly around 1200 to 1300. Okay. So go for it as fast as you can, I would suggest. Okay. I'll see you in the live class, and also I will see you tomorrow with another topic. So